Back again with another one, y'all. Bad News Brown breaking it down. I think it's time for another Diddy update. Yeah, another one. Well, if you haven't heard, how should I put this? Because I don't want to skip ahead, but it appears to be going in a direction of a mistrial via hung jury of some sort. So let me break it down. Now, where it is that the jury, a few of them pretty much can't agree on certain charges. The charges being the jury reached a verdict or came to a decision. So they're not saying guilty or not guilty. They just came to an agreement of a few of the charges concerning the sex trafficking RICO via Mann Act involving Cassie and it's a Jane Doe. So we don't know who that is. And then there's, I guess they're deadlocked on the racketeering charges. So the word is quite likely or very likely or a high probability, betterly put, that Diddy may skate up out of this. He may Harlem shake up out of this. But let me break it down a little further. Now, concerning the sex trafficking with Cassie, I think he may skip that if in fact, because it's like this, a lot of Cassie, her reputation is kind of tarnished as far as playing a victim role. So if some of the jurors believe like, well, hey, you was a willing participant to the point to where you even controlled some of these parties, or you even like picked this one to Diddy, like, oh, remember that one, you send for him. So you got some that may look at it like that. But there's talk that Diddy may have coerced her into doing that because I guess he had a video of her and he threatened to release that if she didn't further participate. So you got that element of it. And as well, I'm going to add to that because this remind me of just not necessarily a strange or battered wife, but people get turned out. So maybe in the beginning she wasn't with it. So after a while, especially off the drugs, whether you want to or not, you're going to get addicted to it if you're doing it. So probably after a while, she probably did fall in pocket. So it all depends on how the jury is looking at it. And as far as the Jane Doe, I don't really know much about that. And this is another thing. You see, because Diddy ain't the first and ain't the last rich person that flew escorts across state lines. That happens quite often. I'm sure as I speak right now, there's an escort en route somewhere in America to meet her trick. This happens all the time. So I really don't see, and this is where the Mann Act comes into play. Because, and I get to that, but as far as the whole sex trafficking, nah, I don't see that. Then here the Mann Act, and this is where I guess the jury can't agree on, because the thing is, if I'm not mistaken, the Mann Act usually applies to P's, and the Mann Act consists of transporting prostitutes across state lines to engage in business or commerce. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Diddy was, if anything, it seemed like he was flying them over for pleasure. It wasn't for business. So that's, in my opinion, I think that's where they can't agree on it with, because everybody know he was a freak. It's all surrounding about freak-offs. He didn't have no whorehouses, not that I know of. So I think he may beat that. But there is, more than likely, it's really going to boil down to the whole perception of Diddy. Some jurors may be under the impression that, well, Diddy, you didn't exactly do that or do it that way, but you did something, and your character is shady, man, severely. So we need to get you on something. So it's that all in all, and that's public perception. I mean, a lot of this stuff is already public, and we know how imagery is damn near everything. So you got that element. Being that he didn't messed over, just to add on, a whole bunch of people's career. So he's not a likable person, but that shouldn't make nobody guilty. I'm going to add that in as well. And then, let's keep in mind, Diddy had a lot of people, a lot of VIPs in compromising positions. Now, although they may got the ledgers back, they still ain't forgot that. So it may all boils down to what they say, and if they finish with them, and what they plan on doing after they finish with them. So you got that hidden hand element as well. From the looks of it, y'all, like, and I don't want to say it can go either way because it could, but there's a lot of technicalities that could allow Diddy to get up out of this. And there's also that public perception, like I mentioned. Diddy, we know you faulty. Period. We gonna get you on something. And he may get a hard slap on the wrist. Maybe a 10-piece and a few sides. But as of now, y'all, the way I'm looking at it, all this legal foreplay, Diddy may walk on this. But I don't know, man. Again, he pissed off a lot of people, so I think that may be the final gist of it. And we gonna sit your ass down. They may be thinking like that. All in all, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. This is just a real quick Diddy update because I see it's shocking the airways. Well, this ain't even the airways, but the feed